What if sports were much more than just a game, and there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches? We are the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we see what if turned into reality every single day. Over the past 50 years, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has become the largest sports ministry in the world. This was accomplished with what we call the 4 C's of ministry: coaches, campus, camps, and community. Coaches are one of the most important parts of our ministry.
Once you pour into the coach and you teach them the concept of biblical discipleship, which they are now taught to go on and multiply and teach others, then they disciple other coaches, they disciple other players, and now we're developing ministers all across the country.
To have people praying for you, to have people bringing resources to you to help you in your Christian growth, help you in your way to relate to your players.
If you love your kids and you love Christ, it just makes sense to be involved in FCA.
Each week across America, 350,000 students and coaches meet at their school campus and worship, pray, and study God's Word. They are participating in one of 7,000 campus huddles, led by student leaders and coaches.
They look to you, and they respect you for making the decisions to not do drugs, to not do alcohol.
It can impact, in such a short amount of time, an entire campus.
These athletes and coaches serve the entire campus by providing their school with team Bible studies, chapel programs, and assemblies. The over 200 sports camps FCA conducts nationwide are a time of inspiration and perspiration. Over 33,000 athletes and coaches experience sports training, leadership development, and spiritual impact.
With FCA camp, I was able to find out what it was, or maybe at least a partial purpose of what God has planned for me.
It is here that leadership is developed. FCA reaches beyond the campus to impact entire communities, partnering with volunteers and parents through local churches and businesses.
In my opinion, there's no ministry today having a greater impact on young people in this country than the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Because of FCA, that's the one thing that I probably owe a tremendous amount of my success to.
Over the next 5 years, we've developed a game plan. We have the leadership. All we need is you. Building on our strong foundation, we can expand FCA's ministries, targeting specific sports, while further developing our ministry to the hearts of coaches and athletes. It will take more people, staff, and volunteers, strategically placed, groomed for leadership, trained and equipped to make an impact.
Campuses are generally very open to our programs. It's just a matter of having the structure, having the personnel, and having the resources so that we can establish our ministry presence on that campus. And that takes staff, and that takes resources.
In serving our FCA community, we must take steps forward in technology, provide them with the tools and resources to focus on what God is calling us to do, freeing the servants to serve. If you can see this vision and can see what we see, then we invite you to run with us, because we are running to win. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
The heart and soul in sports.